I received two emails this week, which were case studies of deals done. I'm seeing more of those. I know in times of inflation and what we're going through, a lot of people say, does this process work? Yes, this process works. Banks are looking for places to place money, real estate, at least in the United States, due to interest rates. Refinancing is off 86%. So banks are like any other business. They have to sell their product, which happens to be capital, or they go out of business. So remember that. The other thing that sellers in times like this of inflation are certainly looking for ways to manage through that, and you can oftentimes with your team be a helping hand. So keep that in mind. There's opportunity certainly in this. I was asked recently in a Q&A, are all these case studies this stressful for the people? Yeah, pretty much. As I look at what people have done, I've had one deal that got done in 9 days, but that's after a long struggle to get there. That was a seller finance deal. And again, I would remind you that that's the first place to start. But I want to read you something from Napoleon Hill. He refers to men. This equally applies to men and women. It's a function of when this was written, but it pretty well spells out this process. So this was from the book Law of Success. I'm convinced that failure is nature's plan through which she hurdle jumps men of destiny and prepares them to do their work. Failure is nature's great crucible in which she burns the dross from the human heart and so purifies the metal of the man that it can stand the test of hard usage. We would cease to fear or run away from trying experiences if we observed from the biographies of men of destiny that nearly every one of them was sorely tried and run through the mill of merciless experience before he quote-unquote arrived. This leads me to wonder if the hand of fate does not test the metal of which we are made in various and sundry ways before placing great responsibility upon our shoulders. Amen to that. Every one of the case studies that I've done has been like that. It's been a struggle along the way. The people that have been successful have also gone through periods of time where they were not successful, but they kept pushing and didn't quit. So I would encourage you when you think about this to remember that. This is a simple process. As I've said hundreds of times, simple is not the same as easy. So follow the steps, keep working the plan. If you've got a team around you that's a good team, you can, if you do the right things, work it, keep pushing, usually end up with success. If you don't know the steps, go over to brucewhipple.com. There's plenty of free material there. There's also the all-new Deep Dive Boot Camp that'll take you step by step through this process, give you templates, scripts, etc., etc. Following the steps is critical, and taking action is even more critical. Those two together are what usually results in success. So keep pushing, follow the steps, and take daily action. We've talked about the Ivy League method where you write down the night before what you want to accomplish the next day, put a time next to it. It's a pretty effective way to make sure you keep pushing the ball up the field.